everyone's going to hate on Kenwin real bad. And you know what? He doesn't exactly fit our system, but with Martinez out, he's what you got right now. And I will maintain that he is what Josie Altidore should be. So there's that. You know what? Yes. Kenwin is what Josie Altidore should be. He is not as lazy as that bastard. All day.
Well,
see, I don't know. I'd like to see, I'd like to see us start Brandon Vasquez. I'd like to see him start him. And if he can't, he fits more with the South American attack style that we have. And if he can't produce, then we put Jones in to body people off the ball. But off the rip, it needs to be Vasquez in the front, and we see if he can produce. And he has the speed, he has the matching to go with Tito and Miguel, and let's see what happens up there. But outside of that, I believe that if we hadn't had him on international duty, we would have seen Andrew in at least the last 2 games.
I think you might be right with that. I think it's very confusing, though, because I trust Tata's decisions, and I just don't understand this one. I really don't know why Vasquez didn't start. It seems like they'd be much better at connecting with Tito, much better at connecting with Almiron, with the other guys. And what is really bizarre to me is I'm not sure what happened, how we went from being the leading team in possession in MLS to that. Like, I mean, where we can't hold on to the ball. And in the last game, it was just as terrible. Maybe not as terrible, but I mean, it was bad, right? But we're like, why can't we possess the ball anymore? And don't put it on like Martinez not being here. Like, he's just the top of the pyramid. Like, what's the reason? And I'm not sure.
That middle, that central midfield, like, confusion. Like, they've rotated so many guys. They've only been playing together 3 months anyway. So there's that, and then it's like you have Assad he's out. Carmona is like our main staple, but even he's had a red card and been out. And then like Larentovic is good.
So if we had Assad today, what would we have done? Like with Assad, like what? Like obviously Almiron would have shifted back into his position, right?
We look better, yeah. We look better with Almiron in the middle.
Almiron's in the middle. He connects more with Tito. There's more dynamic there. Tito is on an island. Like he's pretty amazing, but on his own he can't do much.
Gressel has been pretty bad the last 3 games.
Gressel's been so hot and cold. He'll produce, and then it's nothing. And he just vacates the field, and you sit there and you go, what happened? And we got to get out of that habit. And it's not just Gressel; it's a lot of our players who seem to vacate the field in the last half of the half, if you will. The last quarter of the first half and second half, we lose our momentum, and we've got to pick that back up.
we have the options in-house for central midfield to shore up this this kind of bad form and all that.
One thing I've said from the get-go, and this is kind of going to be an interesting take, I think, but I would like to see Jones play a center attacking mid with Villalba, Miguel Almiron, and everybody else up front, because he has the size to body off the ball, head balls up forward, and he has that potential. I know it's not his normal role, but it's just something I'd like to see experimented on.
You disagree?
No, I completely disagree. I think Jones comes on at 70th minute, and that's it. That's his role.
So super sub, you're sort of saying.
Yeah, that's his role.
Yeah, I think Jones and Vasquez come. Well, hang on. Martinez comes back. Assad's healthy. Peterson's healthy. That's another option that we haven't had. Like, these are players that we're going to have moving forward, and I think that these little problems, and it's just like really unfortunate and pretty shitty that like we've had these losses. But once all these guys are back, then we're gonna have way more depth than we've had the last probably 3 games, really, especially with red cards.
Williams out right now. We have Romario Williams sitting in the back wings, and where's he at right now? That's another question we have to.
Yeah, he's killing it at Charleston Battery. So and player of the month and all that type of stuff. So
Brian Roche is sitting there doing nothing. I mean, Walks and what's our first round draft pick done? He hasn't even seen Robinson. Exactly.
Yeah.
Like, it's weird, right?
Right. Well, even when Tito was starting up top, I mean, that seemed to be working. I mean, we actually had fast press. We, it was the mindset that we wanted from Tata, right?
I think we've been stunted this game regardless. I mean, the field it's smaller than regulation size. It is smaller than what MLS says the minimum is supposed to be. So when you've got all of those defenders pressed right in front of the box, there's not room to spread. There's not room for us to go, and it kind of breaks down the whole game we've been playing up until now. Those games we've been really successful in.
So the goals that the 2 other goals, were they preventable? What do you think?
Atlanta hasn't won in Yankee Stadium since the 1998 World Series, so it's really tough to say what should and shouldn't happen.
Baseball aside, what do we think of today's game?
The second goal from New York was a garbage goal. It was a trash goal. It was luck that the ball rolled in the goal. It went across the line. That was all luck. The third goal wasn't much better.
Yeah, but the second goal, who was defending? It was 2-on-1, I remember. Was it?
Pierce got beat a little bit, but then like Parkhurst was kind of.
No, I can't remember if it was guards. I can't remember who it was, but we had one defender to there too. It was 2-on-1, so who was supposed to be there? I'm not sure. I have to see the replay.
It bounced off the guy's like ass.
Doesn't matter.
I mean, I don't even know. Like, how did it even go in? Like, no one.
Can we just for once not have a defender head the ball out of goal and let Khan actually catch it?
Yeah.
Can we have that happen?
Without Leandro, we would have been. I mean, gosh, it would have been two more goals without Leandro.
Leandro definitely saved 2 more goals.
Yeah, off the goal line, definitely with that 3 save
That was
action.
absurd. That was absurd.
Mears had a couple-